Equivalent fractions using number chips. This is a digital lesson, and this one is basketball themed. So the lesson starts with explaining to students how to simplify a fraction, create an equivalent fraction with smaller numbers. So students are going to start on slide 3. They have these movable number chips, and they're going to move them into place in order to simplify each of these fractions. Every slide has every number that the students need. So if they get down to this last fraction and the numbers aren't working, they know they've made an error somewhere and they need to go back and check. So in that way, it's self-checking. So for the first one, if we divide numerator and denominator by 2, we get 1. They just click and hold on the edge of the 1 and then they can move it. 1/7. And here we can divide by 4. We get 8/9, and so on. They've got a couple more slides to practice this. And again, they have to use every single number. And then they're shown how to change a fraction that's greater than 1 to a mixed number. So if it's greater than 1, that means the numerator is larger than the denominator. So to do that, we're just going to divide. So 8 will go into 12 one time, so that's our whole number. And then there's 4 eighths left over. And then we want to simplify that 4 eighths to 1/2. So students are going to do that on the next slide. They're just going to divide. So here's going to be the whole number and then the fraction. 5 goes into 22 4 times, so they're going to move the 4. That makes 20, so there's 2/5 left over. Same thing here, 17/3. 3 goes into 17 5 times. That makes 15, and then there's 2/3 left over, and so on. Now, when we get to the next slide, it explains to the students how to change a mixed number to a single fraction. So here we have 2 and 1/6. We're going to multiply the denominator times the whole number, add the numerator, and that will be the numerator of our fraction. So 6 times 2 plus 1, and then the denominator stays the same. So we end up with 13/6. They're going to do that with number chips on the next slide. So here we get 8 times 2 is 16, plus 5 is 21, and denominator stays the same. And then the very last slide is just fun for the students. Once they've finished all the other slides, they're going to solve a basketball riddle using letter chips. So why was Cinderella so bad at basketball? Her coach was and they have to figure out the rest. So that is a digital lesson, equivalent fractions using number chips, basketball themed.